I'm very pleased to have Jeff McDonald, Senior Director of the Fresh Connect Central Regional Co-op with me today. And Jeff, I would say the first thing I'd ask is maybe frame for us a little bit what's changed and what we have to offer to our customers, and why this change of mix is important for other outcomes for the neighbors we serve.
Sure. Thanks, John. So going back to the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, there very quickly became an obvious need for quick and easy to distribute type foods. And so obviously being in the produce business, we were tasked with putting together a produce box that could fit this mold. And so we have been producing and distributing here on site now a 20-pound produce box for all of our different food bank customers. We very quickly realized that not just produce is kind of an option that we could be doing as well with the pre-boxed items. And so we started putting together a protein and a dairy box as well here just within the last 5 months.
I want to go back a little bit to sort of the origins of Fresh Connect Central and the approach a bit. But also your customers include food banks across at least 9 Midwest states. So can you share a little bit about why we have set up this co-op and your approach to serving the customers for the co-op?
Well, I think multiple factors go into how the co-op became to be here at Gleaners in 2017. I think geographically, Indianapolis makes lots of sense. We have quick access to the 50 to 60 different food banks that are within the Midwest region. Obviously, our building, in terms of space, was equipped and ready to go to be able to handle the business, where we could bring in the volume of product that we wanted to and distribute. And the leadership here at Gleaners obviously was ready to take on the challenge of having a co-op come in and serve not just Gleaners, but also the network here in the Midwest. And we've been able to grow that base from just a handful of food banks that were interested in participating back in 2017 to now, in this last year, we served 47 different food banks, so almost a quarter of the entire Feeding America network.
Can you share a little bit about how it works, the process of sourcing with farmers and why it works to get food from them, and maybe that balance of supporting food banks both as a supply chain company to some extent and a charitable organization?
So there are numerous growers and farms around the country that, for a variety of different reasons, will end up with excess produce. Whether they grew too much or it was misshapen or scarred up, and they're looking for some type of option for what do we do with this instead of just destroying it or throwing it away. And so we're able to insert ourselves into the conversation where we can say, if you are able and willing to pull this product out of the ground and get it into a package that works for our customers and our clients and neighbors, then we'll be willing to pay whatever fee is associated with that cost. And so then that gets rescued, donated to us, where then we can bring it into our building here and ultimately, again, push out that product that's completely edible out to the network of food bank customers that we work with. But like you said, it's the mission also that we're talking about, and being able, instead of just throwing away, again, perfectly usable and edible food, let's see what we can do together to make a difference.
And when you think about it, this country produces more food than any other on the planet. And then every year we waste 40% of that food. And as you know well, produce is the largest single component of that, but we're not stopping with produce. If you could share a little bit about how we aspire to blend in more dairy, more protein into the mix, a little sneak preview for our viewers, I think, in terms of where we're headed as a co-op, as an AgriHub Solutions Center, to build on what we've learned on produce, but share more?
Everything that we're using for protein and dairy is purchased product currently. But once we start evolving the relationships where we've got particular manufacturers and processors on both the dairy and protein side that we're looking to partner with, and taking that same story about how this benefits them and what it does for the mission in general, we believe that we can find an inexpensive source for both of those as well, and be able to offer that out as a wonderful mix of protein, produce, and dairy to our customers. We've also got a USDA clean room, repack room, where we can get in those bulk donations of miscellaneous meat options that couldn't have been used for anything else. And we can bring it in here to our repack room and put them into packages that work for your typical household, and then distribute that out alongside the other commodities that we do here.
Is there anything you might share, educate our audience a bit in terms of diversifying our sources of food, beyond farmers with produce?
So with protein, for example, we've already got several large manufacturers and processors that are partners of Gleaners, and therefore Fresh Connect, and each of them have a different product offering of the specific type of protein that they offer. So that doesn't mean just partnering with someone that's only going to be able to provide us pork and nothing else. We're looking for as many sources as possible to draw from to get that variety, and to ensure that we have product in the pipeline to be able to fulfill the need that we have within the network. And I'm really excited about what the future holds for Fresh Connect. We've got a lot of really exciting relationships that are established and continuing to grow, and many more that we're just getting ready to knock on the door to find out really what we can do together. We're always looking for new relationships and ways to work with any partner that is involved with produce, protein, or dairy. And so if there is anyone here, especially close in Indiana, we're going to be incredibly excited about the potential of working with them. Transportation has been unbelievably challenging since the beginning of the pandemic, and it only continues to be more and more of a puzzle every single day that's moving. And if we can get any leads or find any assistance with someone willing to offer in any way that they can, we would be very open to that and grateful.
Well, I'm very pleased and proud of you and your team. And your food sourcing team and now your co-op team have done an exceptional job. So don't lose that leading edge entrepreneurial aspect of what you're doing and how you're solving problems here that then can grow and be solutions for a national network that this country is unfortunately leaning on more than ever before. So thanks for joining me for this segment today, and keep up, I won't say good work, I will say exceptional work.
Thank you very much, John. Greatly appreciate it.